Welcome back to the Jesse Rucinski show. Some more crazy stuff out of Afghanistan, just a bunch of idiocy. Really not really surprised, but more stupidity and then some good stuff. Yeah, real good stuff coming out of a bunch of crazy progressives and liberals. We all know I love them. My sister got me a coffee mug for my birthday. One day it will make its debut on this thing, but that day is not today. First, we got to get into the bigger thing, which is the Taliban, setting up their new government. And they're going to, of course, officially announce it on 9/11, just like, the big middle finger to everybody, especially with the people and the positions they got put into, power, like the roles. It's just amazing is how dumb this is all played out. Like how dumb this thing won't sit on my head. But yeah, like there's a whatever. There's a lot of idiocy that played out all across the board. Like we all know that. Like this has been just 2 decades of how the hell is this even still happening? But it's just amazing how they're playing. Oh, and the resistance is officially over because Pakistan was nice enough to carry out some airstrikes on the last resistance to the Taliban. So remember, Pakistan, who were supposed to trust and all that. Yeah. Again, good luck with that one, with the stuff they let happen. But yeah, like let's get it. I mean, now that it's that and they're announcing it on 9/11, again, shocker. I know. No one saw that coming. 4 of the 5, Bergdahl trades that we made are now in prominent positions in the government of the Taliban. Big jobs, big important stuff. Like they're doing all kinds of stuff. And it's really mesmerizing, though. I mean, like, remember that, God knows, who knows if they will, but they wouldn't go home. They're not going to do anything. All that. And now they're in all these big things. It's just, like it's just bad. If you hear some of this, I don't know if you guys, like, if anyone even heard any of it, but 4 of the 5, again, swapped for Bergdahl, who literally walked off his post anyway. It's a whole nother story again. Apparently, there's some other show out there where he said his side of the story is completely different. Like, well, all the documentation, even the stuff that, normal people aren't supposed to see, kind of said he was a scumbag. But we got 4 of the 5 are, those guys now holding positions as one of them is the acting minister of borders and tribal affairs. Then we have one acting director of intelligence, acting minister of information and culture, and deputy defense. Like, so they're pretty much there, took over and ran the thing. Like they were gone for all those years after they got traded. They said they wanted to go home to be with their families, yada, yada, yada. We all heard all the, random excuses that they gave, which again, who's shocked? It's what they do. Of course they're going to lie. People that believe them is the scary thing, but I just see really bad things for the whole world and especially like us. But and then the best part is Haqqani, who literally is still holding American hostages. I think one American hostage right now. And he says what the FBI, wanted by the FBI was like a $10 million reward. Well, we found him. He's in charge of the interior. So he's in charge of all the cops, the Taliban police, all those people that are going around doing God knows what kind of cruel things to people. So one of the top terrorists on the planet, $10 million reward. They're running their interior, which should, again, scare the hell out of everybody and really should hopefully open up some eyes, as everyone said, but they're at an existential crossroads if they want to be taken seriously and be embraced by the world. And yeah, good job, Joe. I'm glad that lasted about 9 seconds. Appreciate it. And Haqqani, we all know his ties to Al Qaeda and terrorist groups and stuff. Like we've all heard of the Haqqani network, like all that stuff. Like it's real. You haven't might not have heard about it a lot, depending on what you pay attention to. But that's very, very, very like bad things for us. I hate to break it to y'all. That's not good to have these people in charge of all of this. It's actually really, really, really terrible. But you know, what the hell do I know? I'm just, a simple guy who's actually studied a lot of these people and the culture and all the stuff that these groups have done. But what the hell do I know? I'm just a crazy person. But moving on from that, regardless, I mean, how terrible that is when they said they're going to be all inclusive, and then they formed this again, no Shiites in there, no women, no anything. Just all these people are literally on terror watch lists. Like Connie, who literally has like he's responsible for the attack, killed 77 service members a few years ago. Like that was him killing all kinds of people. Like, and now he's like in charge of the interior of Afghanistan. Like that's just mind-boggling. Again, how anyone, I mean, I don't even think they actually like fell for it. I think they just didn't give a damn and wanted to get the hell out just for the political points of 20 years later we're out of Afghanistan. Even though they let this fall into that, all hell's going to break loose, mark my words. Like it's going to get really, 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 really ugly. I think it's going to get really ugly here shortly. I just don't like the anniversary coming up. I just think it's going to be complete shit show. But I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but there's a lot of people I know out there that think this is just going to be really, really bad. And now all these people are in charge and set to make it official, apparently, on Saturday on the 20-year anniversary of September 11th, just to thumb their nose to us. That's all it is. That's exactly what it's like. Ha ha ha! You came in to get us, and now we're, thanks to Joe Biden and his treasonous acts, which I hate to break it to you, supplying with them with all that stuff is actually the definition. Knowingly, see, they knew what was going on. There's proof of that now. There's enough proof. It's just thumbing his nose at him. The worst part is Joe's going to get away with it. We all know Joe's going to get away with it, but I see something really bad happening. I just got one of those weird feelings, and a lot of people do, especially now that they have the whole entire country again. And look how many attacks they did on us and abroad when they had the whole country before we got there. Like more countries, like I just don't understand how they're talking about terrorism metastasizing all over the place. So you think it's metastasizing, even with your, you can do airstrikes from anywhere and all that without actually physically being there. Well, if that was working so well, why is it metastasizing all over the place? And now they have a whole nother country for it to do it. Like, sorry, can't have one and the other simultaneously. That just doesn't work. And what makes it even worse for me, anyone has been paying attention to anything, has seen, all the flights. People are blaming the Taliban. They're saying people, it's the State Department. No matter what, an email from the State Department that, I mean, it's really bad when Joe's like, noticed how much stuff didn't leak under Obama, and that how much, like every 5 seconds, something was leaking under Trump. Now the stuff's even leaking under Joe. Leaked emails that no charters are allowed to land on DOD and most, if not all, countries in the Middle Eastern region, with the exception of perhaps Saudi Arabia. Arabia will allow charters to land. You need to find another destination country, and it can't be the US either on those flights to get people the hell out of there. It's a leaked email that was sent out to all of them. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, they left them all there with all this going on. They promised they get everyone out, and that's kind of, no one gets left behind. And it's kind of an easy enough mantra to pick up on, understand, not screw up. It's kind of cut and dry. I say it's kind of cut and dry, man. Really, really cut and dry. And it really is. I can't believe it. It's like, again, it gives me bad feelings. And then again, Saki came out literally today. Don't even know how I saw it. I just happened to turn on TV when I went to the store, so the dogs didn't freak out every time someone closed a car door. And boom, I walk in the house and there's Saki, but saying that they can't just take people into our bases and countries from flights from Afghanistan. We don't know who they are or anything. Like, actually, we just did that for thousands of people. So What's the difference now? No, wait, it's now we're officially done with it. And you guys are just trying to move on. It's really what it is, trying to just cut and run, damn everything. But again, my personal feelings, this isn't going to get any better. It's going to get worse before it gets better if it's metastasizing. When we have all these capabilities in the air to strike them, why the hell is it growing all over the world? Because apparently that's not doing enough if it's metastasizing all over God's creation. And we gave them a whole other country and people that have lots of blood of lots of innocent people, a lot of Americans on their hands are now running the whole country. It should scare the hell out of everyone and wake everyone up. I mean, I hope it does. I don't know what else you need to wake up in the middle of all of this. Like, this is a disaster is being nice, I guess. Like, I mean, actually is. I mean, there's no I guess. Like, a disaster is being very kind with how bad this can be. And with all the people that are left there, September 11th coming around, they announced, they're officially announcing the new government. I just got one of those feelings that something real stupid's going to happen. But we'll see. I can keep hoping for the best, but we all know what happened when Joe was VP and they pulled out of Iraq just for the hell of it, even though everyone said don't do it. And well, ISIS, metastasized, big word they love, in Iraq and Syria. And then when we were back in there by 2014, going and dealing with that. So I just don't see this being anywhere near over at all. At all, at all. But we'll see. I'm going to be keeping my eyes open, ears open. I just hope we all get through it clear. Just don't have faith. But anyway, now we can move on to even better things, which is kind of woke people, progressives. Like Delta, withholding $200 a month from unvaxxed employees. That's kind of sweet, isn't it? Well, and people, withholding stuff for, withholding money for them because they're not vaccinated. Like, so taking $200 out of their employees who are still working's pocket because they're not vaccinated. They're doing it. And look, I said that YouTube's probably going to throw me off again like they did the one, even though it's literally what they're doing. I'm going to get in trouble for that, but oh well. It's a shame. It was a good run. They do it again. Screw them. And then also, but my favorite thing is the key to New York City, like indoor entertainment. Like if you get vaccinated, here's places you can't go if you aren't vaccinated: movie theaters, live music, concert venues, museums and galleries, aquariums and zoos, professional sports arenas, stadiums, convention centers, exhibition halls, performing arts theaters, bowling alleys, arcades, pool and billiard halls, recreational game centers, casinos, adult entertainment, indoor restaurants, catering halls, event spaces, hotel banquet rooms, bars, cabarets, nightclubs, cafeterias, grocery stores with indoor dining, bakeries, coffee shops, fast food, quick service with indoor dining. And then indoor fitness like gyms, fitness centers, fitness classes, pools, indoor studios, dance studios, and sports classes. So pretty much you can't do anything. It took me a while to get to this, after all that Afghanistan, but it's still amazing, and it's still like a lot of it wearing masks. So then, a lot of stuff. Like, I just don't know how that's gonna work out with all of it. That's really the big one, especially when you talk about the demographics that still have to get the shot and aren't vaccinated. I mean, it kind of goes against everyone. They say they're trying to make their lives better. But again, what do I know? I'm just a simple guy that can read. And this one's from Arnie Duncan at the end of August. Good job, Arnie. Good one. It's a good tweet. Have you noticed how strikingly similar both the mindsets and actions are between the suicide bombers at Kabul's airport and the anti-mask and anti-vax people here? They both blow themselves up, inflict harm on those around them, and are convinced they are fighting for freedom. So can someone please enlighten me how the hell that anywhere near the Taliban? As it's still technically an Afghanistan thing, but again, progressives, liberals, they can say whatever the hell they want. I said something like that. Holy shit, I get thrown off. I already got thrown off for just throwing basic facts from the CDC site. The one episode that you can't see on YouTube. Like, all I did was state basic facts, and that got thrown the hell out. Like, sorry, what? Do it again. You're gone. Like, but I just read like facts. Like comparing us to the Taliban though, like and the suicide attack. They killed 13, they killed all those 14 service members, I believe. Like killed all of them. And again, yeah, civilians, Taliban, like there's all kinds of people that were murdered in that and injured. Like it was a couple hundred people in total. And they're, calling the anti-mask and anti-vax people. And sorry, what some people just have reasons they don't want to get vaccinated. Like that's just the way it is. But to compare those people to the Taliban, say they're going out there blowing themselves up and doing all this. I mean, how far up your own ass do you have to be? I mean, that's actually, I mean, I normally pick on CNN. I mean, the worst thing they said is that, that we're acting like the threat from the coronavirus is over and calling us bad Americans for going to races and concerts and college football jammed in there in the stadiums. But comparing people to the Taliban, like, if anyone on, like, holy God, Donald Trump did that, he'd be having 20, he'd like just an explosive amount of news cycles just off of that. Any of us would get in all kinds of trouble. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but or I'm just overseeing everything, getting all, being so divided, so divisive, so exponentially stupid and ignorant and self-centered and just everything. Like we've made it normal to just get up in people's faces and just scream at them, be violent, and do whatever the hell you want. And it's just not good. Again, like that was like so far. And granted, I went out here and there. I think I only went out like 2-3 times, right down the road from the house here. During when it was like COVID. I'm not saying it's gone away because Delta is variant's doing its thing right now. I'm not saying that, and I never got it. And I went to Alanis Morissette concert around my birthday. There were people. It was outdoors. There were people with masks. There were people without masks. No one's getting in each other's face. Went to NASCAR. People in masks. People without masks. In the gas station. In the hotel. Like all over. Everyone just got along. Wore their masks. Didn't sat there and talked to people that weren't wearing masks. Everyone did the normal thing. Like maybe it's just the things that I like to do. There's more sense in the people that go to those things, and there's less like radical like psychosis or whatever the hell is wrong with these people. I really don't know. But how hard is it to like not go and call people that voted for Trump like the real enemy of the state and domestic terrorists and Klansmen and now people that don't want to wear masks and that calling this people that do it. They don't want to get vaccinated. Don't like the Taliban. Like the Taliban actually like beheaded people, chopped off people, like women's, top of their thumbs and stuff for wearing nail polish. I mean, stone women to death when they get gang raped. Like, I mean, they're not really the nicest people ever, anywhere near. Like they have committed atrocities, lots of atrocities. When the hell did anyone that wasn't vaccinated or not wearing a mask actually do any of that? Like, please enlighten me. I'd like to know where the hell, like, I mean, people on the right try to say anything. They get like banned on social media. People on the left can say whatever the hell they want and it's okay. Rachel Madcow can say whatever she wants. It's okay. The Taliban still has a damn Twitter feed putting stuff out there and people are asking, how can I join? Come on over to Afghanistan. They're doing that. That's okay. But, I literally read stuff off the CDC's website on one of the episodes and that video gets taken down on YouTube. Like last time I checked, I didn't put people in cages and light them on fire, take off people's digits. I didn't cause bodily harm and decapitate, like just stone people to death because they got attacked and raped. Like beheading again, and assassinating people. Reports of it all over the place. People that they put in charge so far, that pretty much proves like what that they still are the same monsters that we always said they were, and I always said they were this whole time. People, oh, you never know. Like, no, I know. You know, you could put a dress on a pig; it's still a pig. And I'm really just, and I knew it wasn't going to happen after he got elected, but you know, notice it's still that side pushing all the crazy like hate speech and again calling people terrorists, Taliban. Like, what the hell is that? Like, you guys were like saying the other guy was like the divisive one, right? Then why are you guys still attacking? Why is everyone over there? They're still attacking everyone on the right every time they can, no matter what. You think that's a good idea? And they go after you. You do that. Like anything that anyone does on the right, they're getting their heads bit off for doing simple stuff. Like, how about we get to that unity shit that they talked about? Because I've been to a lot of places with all kinds of different people, ages, religions, sexual orientations, mental acuity, physical handicaps. Like there's people like broken bones walking around. Like all kinds, just everything, all kinds of people there. And we all got along, laughed, talked. Nothing was going on. No one getting up in anyone's Kool-Aid. No one trying to yell at anybody that wasn't wearing a mask. No one picking on anyone for wearing a mask. I mean, how the hell? People like Jimmy Kimmel came back and took a shot. Like, first night back, like, why can't everyone, like, if you guys are the ones of tolerance, like in California right now, still going after Trump and all those people, like, for being you. And look at all the stuff getting thrown at Larry Elder. And all this names he's getting called, the Hodge twins, all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm hoping for too much out of humanity. That, I mean, it's, like, enough has happened now. Guess what? It should be a wake up call for everyone involved on both sides. Like, we believe it or not, I think we can all actually get along. And if you go to a lot of places, like, unless you're going to certain rivalry games, those people try to kill each other. But just the way it is. But everyone can get along. I just don't know why. Like, no one puts forth the effort and tries harder, at least. I don't know. Maybe I'm old fashioned. Maybe that fire's no, the fire's still there. Maybe I'm just over it. But calling people that don't wear masks and haven't gotten vaccinated, and guess what? I'm not anti-vax. Get the vax if you want it. It's on you, homie. I'm one of those, but I mean, to go and accuse me of being the Taliban with all the things they've done and this, that, and the other thing, and you've seen them all making, terrorist references, Taliban references, everything. During all of this time, all year, that, this is, what, right now it's the battle against the pandemic of the unvaxxed. Like, it's all our fault, even though people are still getting it, even if they're vaxxed. Like, I don't know. Like, can't we all just like talk and be decent human beings again? Sure, we can like disagree. No one's going to agree on everything. Duh. We are human after all. But things have to be so vicious all the goddamn time. Believe it or not, you can talk to people different things. You don't have to get in someone's face. You sit there, bite your tongue, have conversations, be decent people. So, I mean, I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Hell, I've been called a terrorist, Taliban, I've been called everything for, how many years now? Nazi, Klansman, like it's never going to stop. The worst thing I ever tell people on the other side is that they're crazy, uneducated, and ignorant of actual facts. Guess what? Most of the time you bring up, so who did that? Like, because they don't actually know anything. Like, that's way nicer than calling people, I don't know, the Taliban, especially with everything that, going on right now. Like, that's just, and the stuff the Taliban has actually done. So there's my food for thought at the end of this. I'm just over it. I've been holding on to that one for a while, but we were getting speeches and all kinds of stuff at a cyclic rate during all that couple weeks. So that was more important. But again, appreciate everyone for watching and listening. You know what all the platforms are. It's a long list. Please follow along on all of them. You can listen again on listening platforms. That helps me out, helps the sponsor out, helps me get more sponsors. We could, keep building all this. Let me know what you think. Love comments, love feedback. I'm very responsive. Comment on the video. You could Go on Facebook Messenger, anything like that. Text me if you got me, and just get a hold. Let me know what you think. But share it out, and I appreciate it all. Tomorrow will be another good one. Got something good cooking up. So see how that works out and what kind of stupid happens between now and then, because, well, we are in a world of shit, to quote Gomer Pyle. So I don't see it getting any better. But enjoy the rest of your night, your day, whenever you're listening to this. Thanks for giving me the time. And like always, be good to each other, have some conversation, educate yourself on some stuff. And like always, till next time, thank you and peace.